Today we're going to be focusing on counters and defenses. I'm going to be working with my jiu-jitsu instructor, Brian Schnell. We're going to break down the techniques into two categories: defenses against strikers and defenses against grapplers. We're going to work on some techniques, some defense and counters against an opponent, a grappler, shooting, trying to take you down. So we're going to work on some sprawling techniques. So from first technique, your opponent comes in for a takedown to shoots for your hips or your legs. Okay, sprawl back. Use that same momentum that you generated to throw a knee back at him, and then shuffle another knee. So application. So comes down. Let's try this angle over here. Okay, watch how I sprawl over here. Okay, from here you pull your leg back. Keep them from grabbing it, and at the same time you use your hips. As your hips pop up, it bounces back forward. Boom. Okay, you use the momentum of that sprawl. You generate force and power for the kick or the knee. Okay, one more time. Right there, and then pop forward. Boom. Boom. There. Thank you. Okay, same application for a double leg takedown. So your opponent comes in for a double leg takedown. Make sure that you get your legs out, sprawled out, far back. Don't drop on your knees. Stay on your feet, sprawl out. Okay, so one more time. Over here. Okay, again, use the same leverage that you had earlier to deliver a knee or an elbow. One more time. Sprawl. Legs apart. Stay on your feet. Okay? Knee. Finish off with an elbow. Okay, next technique, your opponent comes in and grabs you around the upper torso or around the arms like this. Okay, right before he gets that lock in, you need to plant your hands in his stomach or his hips and push back as you sprawl. Okay, this is the same way as you pushed back in the shoulder earlier. Push off the hips. Okay, so one more time, he grabs you, push off here. You've created an opening for a kick or a punch to follow through. So from here, I've sprawled, I've created an opening, I follow through right away with a kick to the leg. Muay Thai kick to the leg, and then punches to finish him off. So one more time. Here, bam, boom, boom. Okay? Let's try a different angle. One more time. Shoots. Okay, push back. Kick. Or kick. Pow, pow, pow. Okay. So this time, as he comes in to grab you, he completes the grab. Instead of being able to push off his hip, he's got his arms around you completely. That doesn't stop you from sprawling still. So from here, even without this distance, sprawl back. Okay, keep your head tight against your opponent's body, so he doesn't try to grab you for a choke or any other techniques. So from here, sprawl. Okay, and then throw your knees in and throw round knees to these legs. Okay, that's your only target left. You've got this area right here that's open. So again, sprawl here, here, knee to the side of the leg. Okay. Make sure you support him so when he comes in, he doesn't take you down. Make sure you grab tight, hold on to him. You sprawl, then hit. Hit. Okay, let's try that side. Okay, we're going to work on reversals, takedown reversals. One of the first things we're going to work on is a single leg takedown. Your opponent tries to do single leg takedown on you, and you're going to reverse it to where you get in a mounted position. So let's break this down a little bit. He comes in for your leg, single leg takedown. He gets a good hold of it. You start to go down. As you go down, you're going to hook this foot around his other leg. So as you go down, hook right here. Okay, and then you keep rolling with him. Flip him over, and end up in the mount. At this point, you can scoot up, get your position on him, and start pounding. Ground and pound. So it takes down again here. Hook, reverse, mount, and pound. Okay, let's try that. You can have a triangle right here, or an arm bar. Let's try from a different angle. Here. Takes you down. Okay. Take him over. Right on top of him. Get your mount properly and start pounding. time. One of the first things I think of when I get into that position is to strike. I always try to remember what I am. I'm a striker. So if I ever get any opportunity to strike in the mount position or any other position, I'm going to strike. So the next technique, we're going to try to pass the guard or strike from the guard, from your opponent's guard. So you find yourself in a position where you're in your opponent's guard. You're down on the ground. Okay, first technique, what you want to do is you want to get up so to where you have enough leverage to hit him. So plant your hands right under his armpit and then pop yourself straight up. Okay, don't do this because he can just bring you right in. Okay, so what you want to do is get a solid horse stance in front of him. Okay, where his leg is practically resting on your lap. Okay, at this point, from here, you're in this position. If he tries to grab your ankle, take you down, you're solid. Okay, it'll be pretty hard for him to take you down. Start punching, boom, in this position. If he covers up, okay, boom, in this position, boom, and up, boom, boom, right? But you're in a horse stance. Okay. So from here, in this position, make sure you stay up. Keep him from grabbing you down towards him. Okay, slide your hands under his armpit. Push yourself up to a horse stance. Keep your back straight. Okay, open up. Okay, one more time. So from here, straighten up. Okay, push to there. Okay, horse stance. Okay, off the same defense. From here, he gets you in his guard. So again, we've worked on getting up to a horse stance at this point. Okay, from here we're going to pass his guard. Okay, you can break this off, and then just come around for a side mount. Okay. Or you can position yourself on your knees so you can throw elbows at your opponent's head. Or eventually mount them in the same position. So, once again, there's different things you can do at this point once you pass his guard. So from here, pop yourself up. Okay, break the guard open, pass him, go to side mount, get yourself in a position where you can start throwing elbows to his head, bring your knee against his head. Okay, okay, you can start to mount him here, finish off with an arm bar, or once again, from here, you pop up this way, okay, and sit back for an ankle lock or a knee bar. And then from here as well, you can pop up here, come across to a knee bar from here. So you bring him towards you and cross. So your first basic move is to prop yourself up. Break his guard, pass his guard, come down to side mount, elbow, mount, strike, okay? Or you can go from here. You can go for a knee bar, okay? Or you can come around another one. All right, so now we're going to complete the sequence from your opponent's guard. Okay, from here, straighten up. Okay, twist over here, open them up, start punching, and then pass his guard. Go to the side mount, position yourself, start throwing elbows here, start mounting, pow, pow, pow. Once again, just to remind you that your object as a striker is to get yourself in a position where you can strike and finish off your opponent that way. So again, we're going to work on another ground technique. You're in a position where your opponent's taking your back. Okay, what you're going to do is roll, bridge, spin into his guard, and again, just like what we covered earlier, get up, do that horse stance that we're talking about, and then start punching. So let's demonstrate this real quick. So here, it's got you. Okay, roll into this where it completes it. From here, bridge and push and spin around. Spin into his guard. Okay, push yourself here. Get up. Keep your back straight so you can't grab your ankle and start pounding away. Here, bridge, here. Okay, it'll be the same technique, but this time your opponent gets you into a choke. So you're going to spin into the choke in the opposite direction we were doing earlier. So again, you roll, bridge, hold on to this, spin in here into, same thing. Okay, we're going to cover a pretty basic thing, which is striking your opponent from the mount. So one of the things that a lot of people compromise is power in their strikes, because when you're standing up, you're able to generate more power because of your hip and your footwork. So you want to try to do as much as possible on the ground as well, using your hips, not compromising the form of your punches. So instead of just stacking your opponent like this, which could make the fight go forever, you want to land some heavy blows. So even if he's covered up like this, you start breaking his arms from your punches, breaking through his guard as well. Okay, and why you do that is using your hips. It's harder because you're trying to clamp onto him and try to keep your balance at the same time while you're in the mount position, so you don't fall back over here or scoot down. You want to keep a really good mount. What you want to pay attention to is the little hip movements. So when you throw your punch, see, you're tightening up at the same time and then lose up a little bit. So you still have the hip movements. Okay, so even if you don't have this type of form, at least you have your hips dropping into your opponent. So you're straight up here. As you throw this punch, your hip drops in. Okay, you can even throw hooks. From here, you can wind up a little bit. So he's covering up, you can wind up a little bit. Boom! Hook to the jaw. You want to knock your opponent out, you hit him in the jaw. You're just going to piss him off if you hit him in the head. Okay, so you hit him in the jaw, you look for the jaw. If he clamps that head in, you can push it down, boom, and go for the jaw. Okay, once again, covers up his head or his jaw. You can push that down, boom, and go for the jaw. Okay, if it's pretty well covered over here, take out his arms. So, boom. You have his wrists right here. Take out his wrist. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to use your hips. Boom, boom. Okay, instead of just going like this. Use your hips. Boom, dig in. Boom. Relax and explode. Relax. Explode. Relax. Explode. Relax. Open up. Explode. Use your hips both times. Okay? You tighten up every time you do this. See how my knees come in? Helps my punches as well. You can hook his arm. See how my hips move? Okay, working that. Same thing with the elbows. Again, you can throw elbows all day and not hurt the guy because all you're doing is kind of hitting him flat. Okay, your object in an elbow is, if not to knock him out, at least to tear him up. So you want to hit him with your bone. Okay? Once again, you can only angle that if you use your hips. So you want to be at this angle right here, or your bone is pointing at this head. So when you're throwing an elbow, if he's covered up like this, okay, once again, without compromising, without falling forward like this, use your hips. Bow. All it takes is a little nick, like that. You don't have to land your entire forearm solid to hurt your opponent. With an elbow, all you need is this bone. Pow. You can elbow right here, on the nerve right here. Boom. Then come down. Boom. See, as I'm keeping tight on him, I just slice across his forehead. With an elbow, you don't have to hit him in the jaw. You can hit him anywhere where there's a bone, so you can break that skin. But it's always your elbow bone, your bone, against his face. Okay, that's your main target. Try not to do this. All you're doing is laying your forearm on your opponent. Slice him open. Think about this as a blade. Think of your elbow as a blade and slice him open with the elbow. Okay. Okay, we're going to work on striking with your knees from the ground again. So, once again, you're in your opponent's guard. Okay, you pulse from here. Okay, as you're starting punching, like we talked about earlier, he loosens up. You move out of his guard. Okay, break the guard, and you start attacking vital points in his legs. Just like in a stand-up fight in Muay Thai kicks, you know where your targets are, right? Your targets are here, or right here, or this part right here inside the knee, where there's a nerve. Okay, that's your main target for the knee. Boom. Just dig your knee right into that. The bone of your knee. Again. Boom. 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 And on the other side as well. Boom. So if he's getting his legs up like this, boom. Every chance you get, boom. 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 Okay? At a certain point, you can even start throwing leg kicks. The same spot. Boom. Using your shins. Time. We're going to work on some basic leg blocks, checks and leg blocks in Muay Thai. So one of the things that you see commonly is when someone kicks to the leg is a leg block. Okay, and another one is a check. You kick to the leg, and you're just going to drop your knee into it. Okay, we're going to do this properly. I'm going to try and teach you guys how to do this properly because there's different variations, and a lot of people do it differently. But there is the right way of doing things. Okay, so one thing to remember when you're blocking, when you're doing a leg block, as he throws a leg kick, is don't point your foot down, don't point your toes down, because what you're doing is you're stretching the muscle over here, which your opponent can actually hit and damage. Okay, so you stretch that muscle. Okay, you have less muscle to protect you. So what you do is you bring this leg up, is you cock your toes up like this. Okay, so suddenly you have a more bunched up muscle right here, and it's a stronger block. Boom, and it hurts your opponent. At the same time, it traps his foot, keeps it from dropping right away for a counter. A lot of times, a lot of Thai fighters will do this. Bam, in. They'll follow through. This will at least slow it down as you go here, like that. Okay, it snags it a little bit. So it does. It serves several purposes. Kills two birds with one stone. Okay, here, and at the same time provides you a stronger shield. Right there. Okay. So when you try to practice this leg kicks, try to use shin pads at all times, so you prevent from damaging each other's shins. So if you throw a leg kick again, like that, move around, just pick it up. Okay? Don't step away and don't get too excited and do this. Okay? So I can grab. Keep you. Just bring it straight up. Okay? Come. Okay? So you can counter like that. Okay. The next technique is using your knees to check your opponent. So he comes in low towards your knee. All you do is drop your knee towards him. Just like that. Just drop it towards him. Okay? Just be careful that you know where you're hitting, and don't look down. One of the big mistakes a lot of amateur fighters do is when their opponent kicks their legs, they block, but they look down at the same time. Okay? That can follow through. Because one of the techniques that a lot of Thai fighters will do, if they see that you start to look down, is they'll come in for your leg, boom, and they'll just drop this over. They'll feint like this. They'll go, boom, and just drop the right hand over. Okay? So once again, just drop in. Okay. Again, use your knee. Okay. Against his ankle or against his shin. Use the bony part of your knee. Just drop it in. Okay. So reviewing the other one again. Here. Up. Okay. Stay where you're at. Try not to move back or move forward. Okay, stand your guard from here. And then you can follow through. Let's try this in a different angle. So again, it's the first kick. Bring it up. So even if he catches me in the ankle, okay, I have enough muscle to support me. Okay, the checks. Okay. Okay, hear this from a different angle. Okay, once again, like blocks. Okay, bring your foot up. Okay. Okay, and sorry, we're gonna do the checks. A popular Muay Thai defense against boxers is what they call a cross block. And what you're doing is you're eliminating the need to block every punch that your opponent throws and at the same time you're setting up for a kick. So your opponent throws a basic 1-2 combination, and all you're going to do as soon as he launches that is go across your face like this. Okay, so you're just shielding your face from the 1-2 combination. At the same time, as he's throwing the second punch, you're already setting up to counter off with a kick. So this is definitely when your opponent starts doing cross blocks, he's definitely setting up for a kick or a knee. So one more time, he throws his punches, boom, he cross block, bam, he's set for a knee. Or cross block, set up for the knee. So either leg kick, or the inside, or the knee. So one more time, cross block, boom, see? So you're letting him hit your elbows and your forearms, okay, and then you come across your knee. So there's you're always crossing over here. So from here again, cross over here, okay, covering your face as you throw that kick, just in case he keeps punching. Okay. Again, you throw another cross. So you're switching your hands. So one time. Okay, you switch it according to what you're trying to do. So if I want to kick with my right, so he throws that punch, okay, across with my left hand forward, Okay, as I move in for that kick, I switch with my right hand forward, and my right leg snaps out. Okay, so here, he throws another punch, bang, I start to move in, he throws another punch, smarter the punch, boom, come in for the leg kick. So right hand, right leg. If I want to kick with my left, again, bang, I stay right where I'm at, and move forward, just like that. Okay, covering your head. Okay. Okay, let's try again on the other side. Switch. Cross block. Boom. Okay, another block is the rolling elbow block. So you just roll your elbow upwards, or you can roll them diagonally like this, but mainly like this. This is the path that your elbow goes up. So let's see how this is applied. Your opponent throws a kick to your head. Boom, just roll it up, covering your head. You'll feel a little jolt, but it's not going to hit you squarely. So again, boom. At the same time, you have your elbow in front of you, so in case you make a mistake, you penetrate the shin with your elbow. So here, boom. Okay, boom. Okay, again, it sets you up for a kick as well. Throws a kick, the jolt will bring you back a little bit, and you come back. Pow. And counter. So this is more of a defense against high kicks or kicks to the body. So he throws a kick to the body. Instead of rolling this up, I just roll this down. So you either roll up or you roll down. Boom. Yeah. Head. Boom. Let's start from a different angle. To the head. Roll this up. Yeah. Body. Head. Okay. Or sometimes he throws a kick to the head. As you do this, he throws the leg over and attack the other leg. Okay? So one time. You throw this over. And attack. From here to the body as well, you can move in. You can use this to move in. And then grab his leg. Take him down. So, one time, just like that. So it sets you up for a lot of things. Here, you grab his leg, or he throws his kick, sets you up right away for a knee. Okay, you bridge the gap. So, here, you grab his leg, or come up with a knee. Okay? So rolling elbow to the head again, into the body. Roll down. Okay, either up or down. You cover this entire range. Another popular Muay Thai technique is the clinch, where they start launching knees. So what Thai fighters will do is they'll try to clinch in the inside. They'll get their arms to the inside. They'll lock it in. Okay, lock your head in, pull your head down, either towards their chest or down towards their hips. Their object is to throw knees here or knees to the head. Okay, so that's one thing you don't want to be in a position is when your opponent's got you locked in like this, where he has the free rein to just pop back and throw knees back and forth. Okay, so we're going to work on defending against a clinch and getting off the clinch. First thing you need to remember is when the guy gets you in a clinch, is you don't want to stay in there. Okay, so two things you can do. You can break inside and get him inside your clinch. Get inside his clinch, I'm sorry. So you can break in over here, okay, to where you have the advantage for the knees. Okay, what we're going to cover is, what if your opponent gets a really strong clinch and you can't break through? Okay, so one of the first things we're going to do is he clinches and you're outside over here. What you want to do is prevent him from throwing those knees to your ribs. As you start throwing those knees, okay, see as he starts doing that, as he comes in, instead of trying to get away from the knees where he can hit you like this, what you want to do is you want to slap in where he can't hit you. Okay, at this point your body's up against his, put your arms around him like this, okay, and then you can start throwing these back like this, or you can just throw him off. Okay, so once again, you're in the clinch, he gets you in the clinch real tight before he can get those knees in. Okay, hug him, bear hug him. Okay, then you can throw him off, or counter with knees, round knees to the legs, round knees to the hips. Okay. So keep your body straight. Keep your body straight. Don't bend forward. Okay. Keep your body straight. Keep him throwing those knees. Throw your knee back. You're in control because you have his hips. You can't do much without this. Okay. So once again, control his hips. In the bear hug. Okay. One of the things that's going to happen if you do this to a Thai fighter, as he clinches, you do this, he'll drop his arm to try and grab your arm to loosen you up. Okay. As he does that, as he drops one hand to try and grab the arm, pull this other arm over your head, just like this. And then from here, you have this whole area right here. You're still holding on to him. You can throw knees into that open area. Keep your head against him so he doesn't spin through. Okay. Okay, bring your hips back and roll into those knees. Or towards his legs. Down. Okay. So again, he clinches, brings you in, you grab him, he tries to grab one of your arms. Okay. Use that momentum, pull him over like this. Okay. Okay. Keep your head against him. Like that. Okay. Let's try a different angle. So clinches, grab right away. Right here, you can start throwing over here. He tries to grab your arm. Over here on the other side. Actually, go ahead and do it on the other side. Right here, just take this, push his elbow up, keep your head against him. Stretch the knee. Okay, with the same set of combinations, he comes in, he clinches. Okay, you go inside that clinch, starts kneeing, and he grabs your arm. Take the other arm across over your head. Okay, get close. Throw your knees, and then from this point, you stick your left foot out, and you pull him down to the ground for a takedown. You get into a mount position. Here, okay, secure your mount and start pounding. Good job. Okay, from this angle. Okay, this time against a boxer, he starts throwing punches towards you. What you're doing is you're going to lean back slightly and pull him in without doing the cross block. He just, as he throws his punches, you just sort of pull him in like this. So he leans more towards you, and then you counter with a knee. Okay, you bring your hand up again and forward. Okay, and nudge his neck and his head towards you a little bit more to help out with that knee. So from here, okay, cover like this. Okay, bring him in, but cover your face. Okay. So as you can see the movement here, I'm sort of digging back like this, pulling back. Okay, just like that, snake that, boom. Okay, let's try from a different angle. Okay, slow motion here. Okay, you bring this in, snake his head, knee. Okay, from this position, same thing. He throws those punches. Okay, you bring him into your knee, boom, and you come across. Finish off with the elbow. Okay, well his head's down there. Knee, elbow. Don't forget to lean back. Let's try a different angle. That concludes our workout for today. Hope to see you in the next show. On behalf of Island Video, this is Vince Abreno and Brian